Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have Med Marvels featuring head and neck. Alright, let's get to it. So the first of our marvels here has to do with facial expression, specifically the muscles involved. So normally, the muscles in our body connect to bone because they facilitate movement at joints. However, in our face, the muscles of facial expression insert directly into the skin, enabling the wide array of different expressions, like these. So we get to do all these different expressions with our face because of the muscles inserting directly into the skin instead of the bone. So that is really cool, I think so. Number 2 is how to create an emergency airway. So this is done by making an incision in the cricothyroid membrane. So right here is our thyroid cartilage where our Adam's apple is, and right below it is the cricothyroid membrane. And that's where an incision will be made to create an emergency airway. So you have to be careful when you do this though, because the thyroid is very vascular. So if you accidentally nick the thyroid, it can be pretty dangerous. But in an emergency, that is where you can make an emergency airway. So that's pretty cool, I think. Alright, next is the whispered voice test. So yes, this is an actual physical exam maneuver that's done, where the physician stands a few feet behind the patient, whispers, and then the patient has to repeat back what was said. And this is done to test different kinds of hearing loss. And I think this is really cool just because it reminds me a lot of the movie Elf, and when Buddy is in the doctor's office and talking about whispering, that is pretty funny. And so this makes me think a lot of that, and I think it's crazy that this is an actual physical exam technique used to evaluate patients. Alright, number 4 is why our nose runs when we cry. And this is because the nasolacrimal ducts, so those ducts that drain our tears, it empties into the inferior meatus, which is inside our nose. And so that's why our nose is running when we cry, because the tears are draining into our nose. Alright, and lastly, number 5 deals with swallowing, specifically the complexities involved there, because there's in total 27 different muscles involved in swallowing. So I think that's just so crazy how this is such a complex process involving all these different things, yet they're coordinated to allow us to do this vital function of swallowing. Alright, that wraps up Med Marvels Head and Neck Edition. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Take care everyone, and I will see you in the next one.